What do you want this place to be?
I want it to be number one, not in the region, but in the world.
No one from all the analysts I spoke to is expecting a crash for Dubai itself, which now is a much bigger economy.
Dubai's real estate market is thriving.
Dubai's real estate market is booming.
High education, health, housing, making my people the highest way of living.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a city rise out of the desert faster than anywhere else on planet Earth? And then watched as headlines try to tear it all down? Because that's exactly what's happening with Dubai right now. One week, it's the safest, fastest growing market on the planet. And the next week, the bubble is about to burst. So which one is it now? Guys, I'm Yule, I live here, I invest here, and I work every single day with people trying to figure out if Dubai is the smartest place to grow their wealth or a ticking time bomb. In this video, we are going deep. Not into headlines, but into data, into trends, into migration, money flow, and what's really behind the prices rising or not. And this isn't hype. This is not financial advice, but it's also not fear-mongering. It's a reality check, and by the end of this video, you will be able to decide for yourself, is Dubai heading into a dangerous bubble, or are we in the middle of one of the most exciting global growth phases of our time? Here's what we'll cover today. What a bubble really is and what it isn't, the 5 biggest signals against a bubble in Dubai, the 3 risks you absolutely need to watch, real data, transactions, volume, demographics, supply, and demand. My personal take and where I see the next 12 to 18 months heading. Grab a coffee, this one's worth your time. Let's start with the basics. What is a real estate bubble? A bubble happens when prices rise very quickly, but not because of strong fundamentals. Prices go up because people think they will keep going up. Let's be honest, it's all about psychology. Fear of missing out, herd behavior, and lots of speculation. You see this a lot when people buy only to flip, not to live or rent out. Everyone talks about easy money, new investors jump in without research. There's no real end-user demand and financing becomes too easy, like 0% down deals, teaser rates, and risky loans. That's what we saw in 2007 in the US, in 2015 in China, and in parts of Europe before the financial crisis. So, does Dubai show any of those signs in 2025? Let's break it down point by point. Are people buying only to flip? The answer is not really. Yes, flipping exists, especially in the off-plan segment, but the market is far more mixed than that. A huge portion of buyers are relocating expats, families, and long-term investors. According to data from DXBinteract and the Dubai Land Department, DLD, over 50% of buyers in Q1 2025 indicated that they plan to either live in a property or hold it long-term. Is everyone talking about easy money? Yes and no. There is a hype, sure, that's Dubai, but the tone of the conversations has shifted. People aren't just asking, how do I 10x my investment overnight? They are asking, where is the best return on investment per square feet? What's the yield on this? Is this a regulated zone? And that's a good thing. It shows more awareness and more maturity in the market. Next important question, is financing in the UAE too easy? And a simple no is the answer. If anything, mortgages in the UAE are still fairly conservative. You need solid income, you often need 20% down, and you're subject to real background checks. Unlike the US subprime crisis, we are not seeing no income, no assets loans here. So when you put all of that together, does this feel like a bubble? In my opinion, not yet. The prices are rising, yes, but the fundamentals are rising too. Population, income levels, economic diversification, tourism, infrastructure development. In other words, prices aren't rising in a vacuum. But that doesn't mean there is no risk. And that's what we'll explore next. Now that we have defined what a bubble looks like, let's go through 5 strong signs that suggest Dubai is not currently in one. First of all, the population growth is real. This is not speculative. According to Dubai Statistics Center, the city's population crossed 4 million in early 2025 and is growing by nearly 100,000 people per year. That's humans who need places to live. The second factor, visa reforms create real relocation demand. With the golden visa, freelancer visa, retirement visa, and business setup incentives, Dubai is becoming home, not just playground. And that means more end users, not just flippers, move to Dubai. The third factor, strong rental demand and yield stability. Rental yields are still among the highest globally, 8% to 12% on average, higher in some pockets. That wouldn't be possible if the market was all hype. End users and tenants are supporting prices. Fourth factor, conservative lending policies. The UAE central bank still imposes a 20% down payment for expats and limits mortgage exposure. That keeps leverage in check. There is no US-style mortgage frenzy here. The fifth factor, diversified economic backing. Dubai isn't just oil or just tourism. Logistics, fintech, AI, hospitality, and global trade all contribute to GDP. That means the property market isn't tied to one volatile sector. Together, these 5 factors show that Dubai's growth is not just speculative. It's policy-backed, demography-backed, and grounded in infrastructure and global relevance. But of course, that doesn't mean it's risk-free. Let's stay honest. Every market has its weak spots. And if you're investing serious money, you need to watch these. The first point, oversupply risk in certain segments. Yes, there is talk of oversupply, especially in mid-market studios and one-bedroom areas in, for example, areas like JVC, sometimes also Business Bay, but many units are hitting the market at once. If absorption slows, prices or rents could come under pressure. The second factor, short-term speculation in off-plan projects. Some developers sell units to flippers who plan to exit before handover. This can distort pricing. If too many try to exit at once, that's when we see volatility, which makes absolutely sense. The third factor, external shocks. Geopolitics, interest rates, global slowdowns. Dubai is globally exposed. Any major macro shock, oil prices, war, global inflation could impact confidence or liquidity. Always consider how diversified your investment exposure is. So yes, the system is stronger than before, but not invincible. Smart investors watch risk indicators and not just rewards. Let's now go into data and see what's really going on in 2025. And I know there are super many opinions on the market, but let's dive deep. Q1 2025, the sales volume was 143 billion dirhams, a 30% increase from Q1 2024. 2024 full year volume was 760 billion, a record high. The total transactions over 190,000 in 2024 and a dozen new off-plan launches every month. The vacancy rates remain low in key areas, under 10% in prime zones. Year-on-year rent increases still in a 10% plus range in many areas, so there is a renter growth. These numbers aren't speculative. They are from the Dubai Land Department and other official sources. And the takeaway from this, there is demand and there is liquidity, and that's what keeps markets healthy. So to sum it up, where are we heading exactly? My honest opinion, we are not in a bubble, we are in a light, momentum-driven market, and that rewards strategy. That means be cautious with overvalued off-plan units, look for value in resale with strong rental history, focus on areas with infrastructure, not just the hype areas, think long-term, minimum 5 years plus, not 5 months. Dubai is transforming and transformation creates opportunities, but also noise. Your job as an investor, learn to filter the noise from the real trend. All right, now it's your turn. I know there are many discussions out there. In your opinion, are we in a bubble or are we just seeing a city stepping fully into the global spotlight? Let me know in the comments, share your take. Have you invested here? Are you planning to? What are your biggest questions, your biggest concerns? And hey, if this video helped you get a clearer picture, drop a like, hit subscribe and share it with someone who's been asking the same question. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.